We decided to do our project over whale sharks, which are part of the Rhodocodon typus. And this is a phylogenetic tree. Whale sharks are thought to have evolved from bottom-dwelling carpet sharks. They are the largest living fish species, and they are part of conodonts and cartilaginous fish. There are three types of fish categories, and they are cartilaginous, bony, and jawless. This is a taxonomy, and that basically just talks about what kingdom they are, the subkingdom, the infrakingdom, the phylum, subphylum, intraphylum, superclass, regular class, subclass, suborder, order, family, genus, and species. The size range varies for whale sharks. The whale shark does not fossilize well in life because they are cartilaginous. Therefore, it is very hard to get an accurate weight on them. The largest whale shark was thought to be 61.7 feet. The average length for them, however, is 18 to 32 feet, and newborn whale sharks are only 21 to 25 inches.
I'm Cheyenne, and I'm going to be talking about the characteristics and the morphology of the whale shark. The whale sharks have a unique pattern of spots, which allow individual sharks to be identified. It's very similar to human fingerprints. Um, they are slow swimming. They have a swimming speed of around 3 miles per hour. In order to preserve energy, they do an asymmetrical diving, and they also have a gliding that they do. Oxygen is obtained through their gills, and as they are breathing, they are also filtering food through their filters as well. And they have no natural predators besides humans who hunt them, and then juvenile whale sharks are often preyed upon by blue sharks, basking sharks, and killer whales. Their sides also have three prominent ridges. For morphology, their backs are blue-gray in color with unique distributions of white spots and stripes all over their bodies, while their bellies are bright white. In the marine environment, having a darker back and a lighter belly is an adaptation called countershading, which helps animals blend into the environment and allow them to avoid predation or sneak up on their prey. A streamlined body and depressed broad and flattened head characterize the whale shark. The mouth is transverse, very large, and nearly at the tip of the snout. Their gill slits are very large, modified internally into filtering screens. The first dorsal fin is much larger than the second dorsal fin and set rearward on the body. The function of the distinctive pattern of body mark is unknown. Many bottom-dwelling sharks have bold and disruptive body markings that act as camouflage through disruptive coloration. The whale shark's marking could be a result of its evolutionary relationship with bottom-dwelling carpet sharks. The distinctive markings in a pelagic species could be linked to social activities, such as postural displays and recognition processes. Inside the mouth, next to the pharynx, the shark has 20 filtering pads in total, and these pads allow the shark to sift through an average of 20,723 grams of plankton a day. And the whale shark has unique denticles, which are tooth-like structures. Um, each with a extremely strong central keel, no lateral keels, and trilobed rear margin. It would appear that the denticles are hydrodynamically important in its pelagic lifestyle. And the dermal denticles also cover its eyes, and it is also retractable.
I'm Eli, and I'm going to be talking about the distribution, habitats, and foraging. So, whale sharks can be found between the latitudes 30 degrees north and 35 degrees south, here in the red region in the picture on the right. And these Whale sharks are highly migratory with daily movement of 24 to 28 kilometers or 14 to 18 miles. Australia is one of the locations where whale sharks have been seen spotted the most. Other regular sightings include India, the Maldives, South Africa, Belize, Mexico, the Galapagos Islands, Southeast Asia, and Indonesia. Whale sharks are mainly found in warm, tropical, and temperate waters. They inhabit both deep and shallow coastal waters, and they're pelagic, which means they stay in open waters, and they're also found near the surface of the water, mainly for foraging. They are known to migrate every spring to the central west coast of Australia. They're also occasionally seen in the Flower Garden Banks National Marine Sanctuary near Galveston, Texas, but they also have been seen in the Florida Keys National Marine Sanctuary. Whale sharks are known to return to the same feeding site. They forage by swimming with their mouth wide open for filter feeding and active surface feeding, since that's where plankton are most abundant. They process about 1,500 gallons of water an hour through their gill rakers. The meshy tissue of the gills act like a sieve, catching small organisms while allowing the water to pass through. Whale sharks have been seen to demonstrate vertical feeding, which is just as it sounds. The fish is completely vertical from the water while filter feeding. It's thought that this is done to maximize their water intake in nutrient-rich zones. Whale sharks can stretch their mouth to 4 feet wide, which contain 3,000 small teeth, and they're considered vegetal structures. The foraging behavior of whale sharks is energy efficient by their slow gliding, asymmetrical diving, and very slow swimming. Whale sharks only consume krill, fish eggs, small fish, the occasional squid, plants, and algae. Whale sharks have been found to be exposed to homogenized krill or simple aqueous solutions of dimethyl sulfide or DMS plumes. These are associated with krill aggregations and are used by several pelagic species as food finding stimulus. This finding has allowed scientists to confirm that whale sharks are a pelagic species. Next, I'm going to be showing you two different videos. The first is of a whale shark feeding regularly, and the second is of the vertical feeding.
I'm Sarah, and I'll be talking to you about life history, reproduction, conservation, and special topics of interest. Whale sharks are generally solitary animals, but they have been known to gather around large groupings of plankton. The full lifespan of a whale shark is around 70 to 100 years. And in 1995, a female harpooned near Taiwan was discovered carrying 304 fetuses in various stages of development. Most current knowledge of whale shark reproduction comes from this female, which is why there is very limited knowledge on mating, pregnancy, and birth. Whale sharks are ovoviviparous, which means that their eggs hatch internally and the young have time to develop inside of their mother before she gives birth to them. They are thought to reach sexual maturity by the time they grow to full size, which is around 30 years. Mating behavior has only been observed twice in the whale shark's natural habitat and has never been seen in an aquarium. In 2015, the reproductive structures of 3 female whale sharks were studied after they were caught as bycatch off the coast of Okinawa. The researchers found that all 3 were immature specimens and that there were size differences between the left and right ovaries, but that the size difference did not determine which side ultimately develops. One study conducted on the embryos from 1995 has suggested that female whale sharks may mate once and store the sperm, but further evidence is needed to support this claim. In February of 2017, the whale shark pup in the picture on the slide was discovered and freed from a gillnet in India. The pups that have been found by the Wildlife Trust of India support the theory that the Arabian Sea may be a breeding area for the whale sharks, but otherwise scientists are unsure of where these areas exactly are. Establishing whale sharks' breeding areas is key to conservation, as vessel strikes and entanglement in fishing equipment pose a major threat to the animals. The Wildlife Trust of India has also established a program where they compensate fishermen to document accidental capture and then release of whale sharks. Other threats to them include fisheries, poorly conducted tourism, and marine litter. According to the International Union for Conservation of Nature, at least 14 million tons of plastic end up in the ocean every year, and plastic makes up 80% of all marine debris found from surface waters to deep-sea sediments. In the Philippines, a beached whale shark who died on shore was found to have plastic stuck in its gills and digestive system, confirming their vulnerabilities to marine litter. Whale sharks have been endangered since 2016 on the IUCN Red List and are listed as vulnerable and migratory under the Environmental Protection and Biodiversity Conservation Act 1999. For special topics of interest, whale sharks demonstrate high healing capabilities. It takes a whale shark around 50 days to heal from a laceration and around 22 days to heal from abrasions. The figure on the right demonstrates the regeneration of the tip of a dorsal fin over the course of 5 years. And then our references.